All right. Damn, everybody's got questions. Um, really good win. Thought, the start of the game we were ready. We played very, very well. Our defense was tremendous and swarming, exactly what we want. Our offense was humming as usual. So very, very proud of our guys. Beat Arkansas by 16. Obviously, we got some things to clean up. Second half, turned the ball over 12 times, gave up 12 offensive rebounds, which is, we lost our way a little bit. But just very, very proud. And Wani and Hyatt came up huge for us, man. Those threes they hit in the first half totally changed the game and totally changed, I don't want to speak for Arkansas, but I think it changed the way that Arkansas wanted to play. And so just very, very proud of our guys. We prepared well. We were focused. Hopefully it's the first time we've played well back-to-back. I think we're starting to hit our stride a little bit, and hopefully we can keep this rolling.
Look, I don't know how you prep every game, but there's a difference that I see, at least in the press conferences. Do you feel like when you give teams this kind of respect or this kind of attention in your scout that it bleeds over to your team? Because, this was, at least it looked different. I don't know if the way you talked about the lead up to this one had anything to do with the way your team came out and played and from the get, but it certainly was obviously impressive.
We prepare. Literally, if you ask our guys, they laugh. We prepare literally the exact same way for every. It's like Groundhog Day. We'll do the same thing tomorrow that we did the day after. It's the exact same way. Now, to your point, I did not feel comfortable with how we played Arkansas both games last year. So did we maybe have a lot more, counters, and we knew they were going to not let Watford catch it on the elbow, so we had to do some different things, and we were very, very prepared offensively to counter some of the stuff they were going to do defensively. But we're prepared for every game. Our guys did a great job in preparation and with their focus. But I was pleased it bled over to the court.
Well, do you think this was one of your more complete games since you've been here, especially this year? And then also the three-quarter pressure early, similar to what you did against Ole Miss the other night to take them kind of out of a rhythm early? Yeah,
we're starting to get good at the 2-2-1 and dropping back and matching up out of it and getting into what we're doing. So we're starting to get pretty good at that. It's effective. It wastes time. It's something you got to prepare for. Our guys are good. We do it a little bit differently, putting the big guys up top, which creates some length. We have Mwani and Watford. You put LeBlanc up there. It's tough to get around. But the 2-2-1's certainly been good to us in the last couple games, and we can mix in the one. So it's good. We've got an odd front. We got an even front, even with the 2-2-1, odd with the 1D. So it's been good for us.
And also, do you think this was a more complete game than Ole Miss, even though?
Yeah, it was more complete.
Down to 13?
Yeah, it was more complete. We lost a little energy and focus there, but it was a more complete game. Outside, we don't turn the ball over, and we gave up a bunch of offensive rebounds in the second half. We cleaned that up. It was a totally complete game, and we still got our baseline out of bounds offense. I'm so mad about that. I got to work on that a lot more. And our press offense, we still got to work on that a little bit more. We were better tonight when we got into the new set we had put in, but that ain't going to cut it. We can't be wasting timeouts on baseline out of bounds and stuff. And we've traditionally been one of the top 3 or 4 teams in that in the league. For whatever reason, it's not working. So I got to go back and get that fixed. That's me. That's bad coaching. So that's me.
Hey, Coach, just to piggyback off the complete win. After Ole Miss, you said you told the team, no more steps back from here on out. It's time to keep moving forward. How pleased were you again with the energy, a lot of energy on the bench again tonight, and just proving that you can, stack 2 wins, complete wins together in a row?
Yeah, it was huge. We talked about creating some separation. There's a bunch of us in the league that are all kind of right there together. We talked about creating some separation and playing with focus back-to-back, having good attention to detail, and just becoming a consistent team. And I think we're not there yet, but we're certainly a lot better off now than we were a week ago, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, have you ever had a team have a 40-6 run? 40-6. Have you ever had one anywhere with a 40-6?
Yeah, there was one year at VCU when I was an assistant. We played George Mason in the conference tournament. You'd have to look it up. I think it was the year we may have gone to the Final Four. maybe in 2011. We started the game off. I don't know. It wasn't 40-6, but it was like 32-4 to start the game. It was something just wild. But when you get and we kind of did the same thing. Now we pressed a lot more for steals there, but when you get the pressure going, you can kind of get them out of whack, and it's something they haven't seen. They take quick shots. They take the shots you want them to take. They were up 4-0 to start off the offensive rebound and then the layup, and we were able to settle in and get our game plan going. But no, that's very rare, Ron.
Hey, Coach, you mentioned Mwani and also Andre. I mean, it looks like, Mwani, for such a young freshman, just doesn't seem to make many mistakes out there. He seems to always be in the right spot. I know that's something you've talked about a lot and why you put him in the starting lineup. But just to see kind of the development of those two guys and for him to have a performance like that tonight, just talk about how crucial, some of those role players are.
Oh, he's huge. I mean, it's the reason he's in the starting lineup. He's a winner. He does everything you need to help you win, defensively and offensively. He hits the three, he plays along the baseline, he cleans up offensive rebounds. You have to account for him at all times, and he is the ultimate winner. There's a reason he won 4 state titles in high school. There's a reason every team he's on wins. He's huge, and he's the perfect, he's going to continue to develop over his time here. He's going to be a great, great player for us. But for this team right now, his skill set is perfect. We couldn't have made a better player if we wanted one for what we're trying to do and what this team needs in Mwani. And Hyatt, man, I'm so proud of him. He kind of got buried there after he was starting early, and he kept a positive attitude. He kept working, and good things come to those who work. And I've been so proud of him. He played really, really well tonight as well.
Hey, Coach, can you talk about the game that Days played for you in the second half in particular? Seems like a lot of rebounds.
5 offensive rebounds. I think he was 100% from 2, 2 of 4 from 3, and 6 of 6 from 2. And so it's what he does. I mean, he's just an absolute workhorse. He's so focused. He's so locked in. He brings it every day. What you see right there, he barrels through in practice and just pushes people out of the way to get rebounds. I mean, it's phenomenal how consistent he is and how he just goes about his job every day. And he's a blue-collar, hard-working dude, and it shows up every night.
Hey, Coach, congrats on the win. Obviously, it's early in the season, but do you think so far this is you guys' best statement win so far?
Probably so, just because Arkansas, they were 19, I believe, in the net coming into today. I think we were 22. And I think it was one of our more complete games, and I don't know about statement yet, but it was definitely one of our more complete games. Very, very proud of our guys.
Coach Cam Thomas, 17 points, not the type of game that we're accustomed to seeing him play, but do you think there's a little bit less pressure on him now, seeing that his team has stepped up in back-to-back games to kind of, bring him up?
He's been awesome. Let me say this, guys. He is an absolute warrior. This kid is special, like unbelievably special. He did everything in practice. I mean, I knew he was going to play. I was playing coy a little bit. But I thought yesterday he'd do some of the shooting and dry offense. He's out there doing full defensive stage. He did everything yesterday. There's not 5 freshmen in the country that would do that. And I mean, he is a special. He loves the ball. He loves to play. He loves to be around his teammates. And, I'm telling you, our team loves him and respects him. His respect went through the roof yesterday after what he did in practice. And then he did his normal offensive arsenal in practice on top of doing everything else. But let me say this about him tonight. We were plus 29 with him on that court. And he drew 8 fouls. All right, they fouled 20 times. He drew almost half of them at 8. I mean, that is value, because when he's out there, even when he isn't scoring, I mean, Watford and Smart, half those drives are just driving it right at him, and they're over there hugged up to him, and you can't help off of him. And so, I mean, he brings just tremendous value. He's a special talent, but more than that, he's got it now. He's got it. I'm telling you right now, there's not 3 other McDonald's All-American caliber, highly rated freshman that would have done what he did yesterday and today. And the NBA teams are going to notice that. Kids special, man. We got a great group. Watford, Smart, Days. We got a really, really good group. I hadn't had this much fun coaching a team since I've been here. This is a fun group. Now I don't know where it's going to lead. We got great, great people, and we're starting to come together, man, and just very, very excited. Is that it? Cobble, what's the score of that Texas Tech game on behind you there? It's that commercial. You're not even paying attention. All right, never mind. He's what good is that? Now he's rewinding it. I got to get a score update here. See how Shaka's doing. And I guess I should see how Texas Tech's doing since we play them.
It's a long ass commercial.
Oh.
33-23 Texas.
Ooh!
Hey, I was just going to ask you. You got 7 to play. In the
Oh,
first.
damn! To get the score, I got to get an extra question in.
I had a question. I was just wondering if they were going to unmute me.
Yeah, we'll Brandon's over here bullshitting, so we'll take the question.
Brandon's ready to go. He probably wanted to end on that high social media note that you just gave him there. Just clip out and put out as soon as.
What
we're
social
done.
media note did I do?
Fun team,
Oh.
having fun,
Oh.
great group of kids.
Oh,
NBA,
I didn't. Okay, gotcha.
Don't know where to.
What's your
You'll see-
question?
You'll see that in a tweet in a minute. You guys shot a better percentage in the second half. Is that surprising, given the fact that or did
Well,
you-
we were able to get to the rim a little bit more in the second half. So I'd have to look at the shot quality. I hadn't seen our shot quality chart from the game. I'm going to look at it in the locker room now, but I'd have to watch the film. But we did shoot a lot more at the rim. We drove it a lot more in the second half.
You get up 34. I mean, and you to play better in the second, or to have a better percentage in the second half. That's not surprising.
Well, sure. If that's the answer you want, it was surprising.
Okay. I'll give you a score update later.
All right.
Thanks, Coach.
Anybody else? We're in overtime. Anybody else got something here in overtime? Brandon's ready to hit the bar. You guys are messing him up.